My name is Gagan Gohlar and I'm going to be talking today about the topic of imposter syndrome. I first experienced imposter syndrome about 6.5 years ago when I was in a completely different industry. And all of a sudden, I felt incredibly incompetent. I felt like I didn't deserve to be in the role I was in. I just remember feeling really stuck. Imposter syndrome has many facets. It was definitely triggered more by my environment. I was very driven and wanted to keep achieving, so I put an enormous amount of pressure on myself. So you end up in this cycle of constantly wanting to do more. You don't get the feedback that you perhaps need, and I couldn't recognise the achievements I was making at the time. Recent research has definitely shown that women and men both experience imposter syndrome. The reason I think women experience imposter syndrome more so is due to systemic factors such as leadership stereotypes and gender stereotypes, environmental factors, societal factors, the influence of social media. It's easy to draw comparisons, and those comparisons are not necessarily valid because we're all on our own journey. The ways in which I've managed to overcome imposter syndrome are I started talking to my peers and colleagues, and I realised actually a lot of other people also feel this way at some point in their lives. So there was that relatability and I didn't feel so alone in the process. Another thing that I started to do was journaling, so I would actually recognise the contributions I'd made or any positive feedback I'd received, even if it was really small. If I ever felt I was taking on a task or a project and I couldn't do it, or I didn't deserve it, or I didn't feel good enough, I'd look back at that list, and it was really reflective in looking at how far I had come. I heard about the Global Women's Leadership Programme through Phase, so I went on to apply for the scholarship, which I was really pleased to have received. The Global Women's Programme is really important because it raises the profile of women who are either in leadership roles or aspiring to be in leadership roles.